Hey, happy Friday, everyone. We are live from San Diego for San Diego Comic-Con. Alan Ng will join me shortly. And I'm in a hotel room. So is Alan. We are remote for this show. We will do our best. We've got some reviews. Motor City. I saw it. Can't wait to talk about it. Alan and I have been at the con for 2 days. We have stories, we have news, and let me bring Alan on. He's also remote. Where is he? Where is Alan?
Alan.
That's the wrong intro. Here's who I wanted to have intro Alan.
I'm really busy at the moment with Dr. Doom, but I'll say it. Alan.
Hey, Alan. How's it
Hey,
going?
good. Hey, certain issues have just been resolved. So
That's great. I love it. Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we're both at hotel rooms in the San Diego area. And we were hanging out last night. That was fun. I got to say. Fun.
I haven't even been to the con. I was at the Super Trooper premiere last night, which was a lot of fun.
Super Trooper 3.
Super Trooper 3.
Yeah,
all the stars were there. I'm part of the Access Shill Media. Yay.
Exactly. That's you. But we do have a lot of news stories and stuff to get to. But it's only I realized last night it's Thursday. I'm already exhausted.
I know.
I'll say a couple things. One, San Diego is turning into Los Angeles. They're tent cities, homeless everywhere. When you go to the gas lamp, you don't want to venture more than 2 blocks. Mm-hmm. It's gotten bad. So that's bad. The other thing is the prices of everything. I was at a restaurant with my wife yesterday afternoon. We thought, let's get a flatbread pizza, small little appetizer pizza. We get it. It's $26. The final after tax and additional charges they added, and there's a little fine print at the bottom of the menu that they're adding an extra 5% for the con. It ended up being $32 for a tiny flatbread pizza that wouldn't fill one person. And so prices are out of control for everything. The homeless have invaded. It's San Diego is becoming LA. And strangely, they've extended the contract for Comic-Con until 2030. So the mayor announced it. I think you told me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Again, San Diego Comic-Con is not San Diego Comic-Con unless it's in San Diego. You move it somewhere else, it's a completely different con. No one's going to go to Las Vegas Comic-Con. And you're not going to have the juice or the promotion behind it that you get in San Diego. But you're right. Even near my theater, I was like, wow, it smells like urine just on the street in front of our theater.
It's bad. It's bad. We got a lot to talk about. Let's talk to the people and see what they have to say. Starting from the top.
Yes, Andrew Cram, member for 30 months. Hello, Chris and Alan. Thanks for all your authenticity.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. We appreciate you, and also for gifting 20 Film Threat memberships. I've recorded some videos, including a panel with Brad Bird. I saw yesterday. He talked about his new movie coming to Netflix, Ray Gun. We got a glimpse of that, which I did not record. I just recorded the panel. But that's those new members enjoy San Diego Comic-Con content, including footage of Alan and I from last night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. Thank you, Andrew. Keep going. Keep reading, Alan.
Here we go. Franklin Stargill the third. What news will San Diego Comic-Con bring today?
Well, we will get to that. We'll get to that very soon.
Brill S. Preston Esquire, 69. Set stream to be 30 minutes early. Starts 30 minutes late on time.
That is our 100%. Goal. That's our goal. We started a little late. We had a tech issue. So Solved.
Old Main Jenkins 84. Hello all. Anyone else underwhelmed by the Avengers trailer? It just looks meh to me.
Well, we already saw the trailer and we did a reaction to it on Monday. It's what we saw at CinemaCon. I think they finished the effects. The effects look better, but
they added stuff.
Like, they added a few, but it's very minor. So they tweaked it. They plussed it, as Marvel is fond of saying. I don't think anyone was blown away, and we still don't know why do I care? What is the story? And I think you can throw all the cameos, all the like, oh my gosh, it doesn't matter if the story's not there.
Yeah. The trailer is all about who's in it, not about what it's about.
Right. And Lord Thoth, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Sign up as a member. Join us on X, Discord, Rumble, and Instagram. Buy our merch at shop.filmthreat.com. And just in time for the con, we have new shirts, Doomsday. These shirts available for a limited time. Doomsday shirts inspired by, of course, Doom Part 3 and Avengers Doomsday. We are going to capitalize on that. And we have Doomsday. What are you doing, Alan?
I got to charge my phone. Otherwise, I'm going to be dead for the con. So I'm just plugging in my phone. Just keep going.
Okay, cool. All right. Let me chat more about our Doomsday shirts. Get those shirts. We've also got other shirts inspired by Spider-Man Brand New Day. Look at that. That's our intern Kimiko. She's wearing that shirt. Look at that. Other shirts, the Fantastic Threat. There, look at that. That's Jeff.
Hey.
Jeff has the shirt
Jeff.
on. Our intern Jeff, and this is our other intern.
Yes, that's Todd.
What's his name?
Todd.
Todd is wearing another shirt, kind of inspired by the Marvel Studios logo. So there you go. But Doomsday is our new shirt. Get it at shop.filmthreat.com. Impress your friends and see those movies. I'm going to see them both in one day. So I'm seeing, I think, Doomsday at like 2 p.m. And then I assume Dune Part 3 around 7. And a quick soup came in right here, coming in hot from Jeffrey.
Yeah, talk to the people at ACME and Coyote booth. Great story of a privately funded movie. You can do a show on this.
Yeah, we're invited to a screening, and we may not be able to go because of the timing. It conflicts with the Marvel panel we're seeing on Saturday. So, what can we do? Let's get to the news, and thank you, Jeff. Thank you for that. And I'm only on my first cup of coffee, folks. So I'll be sipping coffee the whole time. Let's talk about Johnny Depp was at San Diego Comic-Con, and I was there. I was in the room. There was a directors on directing panel. Zach Kreger was there. We got to look at Resident Evil, which was great. And at the end of the panel, surprise guest was Johnny Depp. He showed up, and it was weird because he's in character as Ebenezer, and then and people didn't know how to react, and he acted kind of mean. I don't think the people on stage knew he was coming out. It was a surprise thing. He threw out candy. He goes, "Here's candy for everybody. Go grab it." He is there to, and then they showed the trailer for Ebenezer. But okay, so he's at Hall H, surprise visit, and then here is right outside the gas lamp, right next to the Hard Rock Cafe. This turned into a huge crowd mess as Johnny Depp came out like on the clock. He'd come out like every 20 minutes and say hi to the crowd and greet people. So here is the mess of people outside the hall here. Here's Johnny walking out, acting cool, saying hello to people. And it's so funny. There were tons of people. This had to be planted. People dressed characters from Johnny Depp movies. So he here. There's Wonka. There he is from Pirates of the Caribbean. So there you are. Johnny Depp makes a surprise appearance at the con. What was weird is people in Hall H when he came out, they didn't know, is it okay to clap and be happy about this? We thought he was canceled. So it is what it is. But there you go. That was kind of a fun surprise. But they did show the trailer. And let's react to that trailer. Alan, I think we saw a version of this at CinemaCon, but CinemaCon is like a testing ground. Then they see if it goes over well. So, and we might get hit for this. Who knows? Let's see. If we do, unfortunately, you'll hear us mute the music. But Alan, I'm gonna play this just for our audience to see. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. And again, we're both remote. Our internet is not great. We'll do our best. Let us know how it is. Here we go.
To Uncle Scrooge.
To Uncle Scrooge.
Wait, that's Daisy Ridley. She is in this movie.
Good for her.
Ian McKellen too. I don't remember her. Okay, Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, this is a new trailer. I didn't see this.
Daisy Ridley is in a movie people will see. So that's good for her. Good on her.
Mr. Scrooge.
Let go of me, man!
I say to you, sir,
Merry Humbug!
Merry Christmas
Humbug!
and a Happy New Year!
Humbug!
Merry Christmas.
Okay, Merry Humbug. Alan, are you sold?
I mean, I'm sold, but let's be real. This is a Johnny Depp vehicle. You're watching Ebenezer because Johnny Depp is playing Ebenezer Scrooge, which is fine. It could be a great movie, but Jim Carrey did it. Bill Murray kind of did it in Scrooged. So cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, well, seeing that it's coming out November 13th, so it's a holiday movie. I mean,
Here's what comes off a bowl of strawberries.
Sorry about this.
Hey.
I'm having tech issues. What are you doing here? What are you doing? No, I still think his best role is Edward Scissorhands. I'm sorry, Edward Scissorhands. That movie is a great holiday movie. A great score.
Hey,
a lot of fun.
Hey,
so, I don't know. I'm trying to. I'm at the hotel.
You're playing commercials. You're playing commercials.
It's not the best. It's not the best internet, Alan. It's what can I say? You have bad. We'll survive. We'll survive the show. We'll survive the show. So okay, and Comic-Con is really about. It's really about debuting new trailers, giving the public a taste, a tease of what's to come. And a new Resident Evil trailer dropped at the Directors on Directing panel. They get directors together. They, have a conversation themselves. Zach Breger, hot off Weapons, comes to the con to present more about Resident Evil. And I think the public is skeptical. And I was at the panel. Here's what he had to say. It's funny because he's a huge Resident Evil game fan. He's a fan of the games. He has never seen any of the movies, which is good for him because they're not good. The Resident Evil movies, there has not been a good one in the bunch. So he approached them and he said, look, don't be upset with me. I have not seen any of the movies of Resident Evil. I played the games. He wanted to make a standalone story that was in the world of Resident Evil, but it's not based on any game and has nothing to do with any of the movies. Nothing to do. His own take. He says he loves the idea. So he's a legit gamer, was talking about it. And he said that he loves the idea of you start like with a pistol and then you've only got so many and you find that you have to get other weapons. And then you encounter creatures that increase in difficulty. So you want to kind of capture the experience of playing a Resident Evil game as a movie, but it's not based on any particular game or not connected to any of his own take. Now, we did see the trailer, which I'll show you in just a moment, but also we saw a scene from it, and it looks pretty good. Honestly, it looks pretty good. I'll let you decide because you're the horror expert. I'm kidding. You're not the horror expert. But let me play it here. You ready? What are you doing? I'm playing the trailer.
Got to be 7. You know where I can...
What are you doing?
Oh yeah, Lori's saying that when you play it, the trailer stutters. I think it's your
okay.
internet.
So Lori will play the trailer. My apologies, Lori. Go right ahead. Press play.
Take this. Excuse me. I got. Oh my God. Anybody order a kidney or liver, or whatever this is? Anybody? It seems like it's kind of important.
Hey, you got time for another run?
No, I'm wrapped up for the.
It's outside the zone, so it pays double.
I could do that. Sweetheart, I'm sorry. The signal sucks here. Can you hear me?
I'm gonna stay with Katie for a bit, I think.
Michelle, please do not go stay with freaking Katie.
I'm so hurt my feelings that you don't even care enough to come home and have this conversation.
Seriously, I'm working. This could be some 8-year-old boy's heart or someone's mom's brain. Hello? Hello? There's an emergency here. I was wondering if I could use your phone.
Hi, you've reached Michelle. Leave a message.
Hey, baby, I'm really sorry that we got disconnected earlier. Some things have happened, and I can't get a hold of police. Bullets. Could you just call me back on this number, please? I love you.
Everything that has happened in this town transpired in a matter of hours. You've got no idea what you've got there in your hands.
Yeah, where was it going again?
Raccoon City General.
Hey, no sweat.
Wow. Okay. So when I saw it at the panel, I thought it was, and Zach Kreger was interesting, is he went through his process. He talked about apps he uses on his iPhone to plan a movie. And what he does is he doesn't do storyboards. He goes out with stand-in actors and he makes the scene for his movies with still photos. And the still photos become the storyboard for the movie. It's really fascinating. I have utmost respect for him as a director, and he talked about how his background in comedy helped him in horror. So I'm optimistic, even though I think the reason people are skeptical about this is because There has never been a good Resident Evil movie that captured what it's like to play the game. I don't know, people will be disappointed that none of the characters really from the games are in it. So what do you think, Alan?
Yeah, first, I can't wait to hear your review of this movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll give you my review.
Yeah, I mean, at least he's being upfront about it, that this is in the world of Resident Evil, and I think he's setting an expectation of, this is not the video game, definitely not the video game. This is my story within it, and so you take it for what it's worth at that point. And look, track records are everything. Barbarians, weapons. Now this, you've got to give him the benefit of the doubt at the moment.
Yeah, give him the benefit of the doubt, like we gave Chris Nolan for the Odyssey. We'll talk about that.
And James Gunn. And James Gunn.
And James Gunn. We give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt, and then
it bites us in the ass. Yeah.
My opinion, we've been disappointed lately. We have, others maybe have not, but there you go. We'll see. But I will, because I liked his last two movies have been bangers. Coyote versus ACME is we saw a panel about this a year ago at Comic-Con, and we got to look at a substantial portion of the movie, scenes in the courtroom. It's kind of, look, it's based on a quote serious premise of the Coyote suing ACME because all the products he buys from them, they don't help. Well, a new trailer dropped. Let's take a look at it here. Atomic Lori is helping us out. Let's watch. This is the final trailer. Movie gets released. Just wait a sec, Lori. You gotta wait.
Wait. No. Stop.
Gotta wait. When I say here's how. When I say play the trailer, see, I'm kind of stalling, setting it up, and then we'll play it. But
it's
look,
like when he says, Alan, I want to know what you think, and then goes on his 5-minute monologue.
Yeah, and then exactly. It's just like that. All right, just play the trailer. We'll talk at the back end.
Have you ever set a big stack of TNT on the road, hoping to blow up your nemesis, but the detonator itself explodes? Have you ever pulled the ripcord of your parachute and only a bunch of silverware comes out? It's not your fault. ACME is evil.
You're looking at the guy who is taking on the biggest corporation in the world.
They're suing us for every ACME product.
ACME denies all charges. That is for you. All I gotta do is walk out the store right now. Please don't. It's not funny. The cartoons are supposed to be funny.
It's exciting. All eyes on you, ready to show what you got.
ACME has knowingly been making dangerous products for decades. Is there anyone in the whole world who cares what happened to the Coyote at all?
Yeah, I do.
He's one of the most hardworking people I've ever met. He would never think of quitting. And I think everyone should be inspired by that.
I don't just want him scared. I want him ruined.
We're all counting on you. Bye. I'm here for the pantsless modeling gig.
What'd you see?
I taught.
You taught? I don't pay you to think you taught. I pay you to talk.
I did taught.
What did you teach? What did you talk?
Only in theaters August 28th. Get tickets at coyotevoicesacme.com.
It looks, and they're doing the Avengers countdown. That was great. Look, it looks like Who Framed Roger Rabbit in terms of its kind of meta. You're mixing, a live action story with animation. It's very clever. If you're a fan of Looney Tunes and I have been since I was a kid. I know you're a Disney guy, Alan, but I always thought Mickey Mouse was kind of milquetoast and lame. I was all about Looney Tunes. Love the Looney Tunes. So, I'm already sold. And based on what we saw a year ago, we saw some extended scenes from the movie. It's great. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that when you grow up as a latchkey kid that I did, I saw a lot of Looney Tunes, a lot of the classic ones, the rabbit season, duck season, and I really dropped out when they stopped. When people started complaining about the violence of the Looney Tunes movies, and it was at that point when they sanitized it. It was like, okay, I'm kind of, I just hold this one. Okay, so this is probably the best trailer I've seen for this movie so far.
Yeah.
So when I was at MegaCon 2 years ago, Eric Bauza, I went to the Eric Bauza panel and they showed scenes from this, and then we saw that from last year. And I'll be honest, I was not overly impressed with the clips that we saw. It makes you wonder why they did scrap it, but we'll see. I hope I'm wrong because, look, I love Looney Tunes. I guess my biggest thing is, yes, I think it's trying to be Roger Rabbit, but for some reason, I don't think the two worlds are mixing here. I'm being hypercritical at the moment, but ultimately, I'm going in with cautiously optimistic.
All it needs to be is violent and funny.
Yeah.
So that was the thing that separated Looney Tunes, because I was also a Three Stooges fan. I mean, I love the Three Stooges. They're abusive and violent and funny. So I don't know. I think you're right. When they sanitized Looney Tunes, it was over, Yeah. So I like the classic. I mean, there are certain cartoons for Looney Tunes that are banned. There's one called The High and the Flighty that kind of, in a way, makes a very old commentary on supplying weapons to both sides of a conflict. It stars Foghorn Leghorn. He's in. You just look up High and the Flighty. It is a great cartoon. So
well, I'm still trying to get a hold of the Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck propaganda videos from World War II.
I saw them. I saw them. Leonard Maltin did a presentation at the Telluride Film Festival years ago. This is like in the 90s. And I saw it, and only he could get those out of the vaults. And they were, racial stereotypes by your U.S. war bonds. And it was great. It was awesome.
Oh, man. I want to say, look, about Coyote versus Acme. Look, my biggest concern is I hope that John Cena doesn't ruin this movie.
I would be concerned as well. Hey, we've got some news stories. Atari makes a Universal movie deal. I've got the story up here, Alan, and you've got the notes. Let's give it to me from Deadline.
Yes. Well, Universal Pictures has partnered with Atari and Entertainment 360 to bring 10 classic Atari video game franchises to the big screen as action-adventure films. The deal includes some of Atari's most iconic games: Asteroids, Adventure, Berserk, Breakout, Centipede, Crystal Castles, Millipede, Missile Command, Pong, and Yar's Revenge. Atari CEO Wade Rosen said the company is excited to expand its decades-old gaming legacies into film, noting that these games have remained a part of pop culture for more than 50 years. According to producer Gaiman Casade, the creative team was inspired by how Atari games relied on players' imaginations rather than detailed storytelling. Instead of simply adapting one game, the filmmaker aims to build an original large-scale cinematic adventure that captures the spirit of the classic Atari experience.
Well, this is no surprise. I mean, when they look at the success of Hasbro and their properties, of course, Atari's got to look at their back catalog and think, could we make a Pong movie? I mean, could they make a Pong movie?
Could they?
Maybe Pong is like some little dot from another planet. Is tired of being battered around. I don't know. I mean, are these big enough franchise? Look, He-Man is a big franchise, and that kind of bombed for Hasbro. Let's be honest. The movie bombed. I mean, if they scale the budgets of these things, it could be good. But the thing about those classic games, which I remember playing, the cover art for those games were much better than the games because they spurred the imagination. I don't know if there's a real movie in any of these. I mean, maybe you could make a movie poster from the art for these games or inspired by the art, but an entire movie, what's the story? Stories were very loose for those early games. I mean, the story was in your imagination, not much on screen. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, you know what? These games, it says 50 years. Yeah, that's me. That's me at the arcade as a young kid playing these games, stacking up quarters. These are skill-based games. No one cared about the story behind it. All we cared about was getting the high score. All we cared about was looping behind the score so that it would loop back to zero. Asteroids. I remember, people at the local pizza shop would be playing Asteroids for hours. And it got to a point where it's all boring, where they just racked up so many ships that that's how they used it to go to the bathroom during the game. So I don't know. I mean, I hope they didn't spend a lot of money on this. I hope the movie has a very low budget because, when they make an announcement like this, you want to have kind of a picture in your mind of what the movie could be. And at the moment, I don't know I have zero picture of what movie these could be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The point is the stories for these were always very thin. I mean, He-Man, there's a lot of stories you could tell, right? That's a rich world. There for these early games, there wasn't a rich world. There was a great, inspiring poster. There was, box art for these games. They were great. They were kind of inspired by the old 50s, 60s sci-fi pulp novels. Like I've got a collection of those. The artwork on those covers is inspired, and that was true for these. But the games are crude, and the stories were, thin or non-existent. They're just making stuff up. So I think this is some development deal. They'll hire some writers. They'll take pitches. They'll take meetings, and development executives will get paid. I don't know that anything will come of this. They might push something through. We'll see. Yeah,
I want a Gauntlet movie. I mean, I could see a story in Gauntlet, but
I want a Pong movie.
Yeah, let's get a Pong movie.
If you can make a movie out of Pong, that's creativity.
Yeah, I like your setup. It's a story of a dot.
It's a story. Yeah, it's like any Pixar movie. What if toys had feelings? What if monsters had feelings? What if some inanimate object had feelings? What if a dot had feelings? That's how thin we are with storytelling.
He was just a dot being chased by two paddles.
Hey, Star Trek is big at Comic-Con. It's on our badges. It's on our lanyards. I got my lanyard right here. Look at this. Let me go full screen here. Star Trek is all abuzz at the con. There's me. Here's our lanyards. It says Star Trek 60 on the lanyard. Can you see that? You see that, Alan? Strange New World, Star Trek 60, and there's my badge. So Star Trek is a big deal. Lots of panels, lots to discuss at the con. But the future of Star Trek on television is still unclear. still unclear. I know you have notes for a story, Alan. Let's take a look. The story is from the Wrap. Let's go.
All right. Well, Star Trek. Yeah, I know. You got to hit that.
Go ahead, Alan.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
As Star Trek celebrates its 60th anniversary with the return of Strange New Worlds Season 4 and a Comic-Con celebration, the franchise is entering a certain period. While the Strange New Worlds and Starfleet Academy already had additional seasons planned throughout 2027, no new Star Trek series has been announced, and executive producer Alex Kurtzman's Paramount contract is set to expire, with renewal talks still ongoing. Oh, I hope that happens. Kurtzman revived Star Trek in 2017 with Star Trek Discovery, launching an era that expanded the franchise with multiple live-action and animated series. Kurtzman Trek has been praised for embracing Star Trek's long tradition of diversity and progressive storytelling, but also divided fans. Some criticism focused on creative decisions and storytelling, while other backlash came from online anti-woke critics, objecting to the franchise's inclusive direction. Among the modern series, Strange New World became most widely praised. Picard had a rocky first 2 seasons before ending on a fan favorite third. Discovery, Lower Decks, Prodigy, and Starfleet Academy were all eventually canceled or concluded. And the 2025 TV movie Section 31 was widely criticized and became one of the franchise's lowest rated entries. Paramount now appears to be prioritizing Star Trek's return to theater. A new film from John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein is in development and expected to be a fresh start that isn't tied to the previous films or television series. Studio executives reportedly see Star Trek as a major theatrical franchise, hoping to revive the momentum created by J.J. Abrams' 2009 reboot after years of unsuccessful attempts to launch another feature following Star Trek Beyond in 2016.
Yeah, their big deal is they're announcing a feature. I saw some info about that. The info about it is it's really far in the future, further than the current Starfleet Academy. Now, if it's so far in the future, is it even Star Trek? What's the point? So if they're going to launch a new Star Trek that is as far away as we can get from Captain Kirk, from Jean-Luc Picard, from events in Starfleet Academy, then why don't you just create a new space adventure, space utopia adventure? You know, what is the point? I feel like it's ridiculous now at this point. So, I mean, look, I don't think Kurtzman will be renewed. I think all these announcements are development, not any substantial new project. And I don't know, I think the interest, you really got to look at the numbers. And all this is, the merger even plays into this. I mean, California and other states are trying to block the merger over politics. Because basically, the guys, the shepherds of the Ellisons, the shepherds of Paramount, are just not down with the dominant ideology in Hollywood. They just want to make movies that entertain everybody and don't push any particular agenda. And that's not allowed. And so they're trying to block it. Hey, Rob Bonta, the Attorney General of State of California, he's heading this. He's a moron. This guy's a moron. If they block it, Ellisons have said, we will leave California and we will go to Tennessee. And that's where the studio will go. They'll leave. It will destroy the industry in California forever. Which is disgusting. So, and also, where were these states when Disney bought 21st Century Fox? Where were they when Disney became the biggest company? buying Fox. This is all bullshit posturing. I think anything announced, don't believe it. And Kurtzman is out. So what do you think, Alan?
Well, I think all this news, I mean, the unfortunate thing for Paramount is that this is the 60th year of Star Trek. And so they're kind of stuck. They have to celebrate it. And if you look at the people who are representing all shows in Star Trek at Comic-Con, they're the ones that we've been criticizing for a very long time. Obviously Shatner's not here. In fact, look, here's how I would reboot Star Trek. I would have the Enterprise. I would zoom in onto the captain's quarters, and there is Shatner waking up saying, "Oh my God, it was all a dream," and then just start reboot from there. Just start it all. I don't know. I think you can. My point there is you could just can we just cancel everything that has happened over the last 10 years? I don't know. I think I think that's all I gotta say. I read these stories. So hold on. I read these stories and I'm just unexcited. I don't care. And I feel like they're just celebrating something for the sake of celebrating it, and we just gotta end it. Cut it off.
Look, I dropped a link in the private chat, Lori. If you would play this video, it's a 1-minute video that will give you the current state of Star Trek, popular space show, every popular space show. 1 minute. Let's watch this.
On screen. Greetings, Captain. I represent an alien race not necessarily based upon a specific human ethnicity, but it still feels kind of iffy.
We represent the vegetarian space socialists who are always right.
You guys are the worst.
We know.
My people will not leave this planet under any circumstances, even though it is going to be destroyed.
But that planet is going to be destroyed.
Then we will leave.
Ambassador, your vessel appears to be traveling at an unusual angle.
I do not understand, Captain. From our point of view, your ship is at an unusual angle.
Normally when we meet other ships, they're like this. But you're like, oh, no. Do you see what I mean?
No. Captain, this is space.
Oh, I'm at a weird angle.
There is no up in space.
Why am I at a weird angle?
I do not sound like that.
I'm going to beam you to the bridge, and when you look back at your own ship, you're going to see what I mean.
Captain, I must protest.
Shut up, I hate you.
I cannot see what you think this will prove, Captain.
It's going to prove that your ship's wonky. See? Someone get me a Vimto.
I mean, this just proves, like, I think the best Star Trek being done now is the Orville. Just watch the Orville. I don't know. I think the future is unclear until this Paramount WB deal goes through. I think you know who has to get involved in this? Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise has to pick a side and say, with all due respect, state of California and other blue states playing politics, get out of our business. No government has ever really helped any industry thrive. If anything, they get in the way of small business, big business, and progress. Government needs, sure, you need guardrails for consumers, but that's it. Get out of the way. Let corporations, let business people who produce something of value that you can tax, let them thrive and survive. And we did a reaction to that trailer. I recommend everyone check out The Uprising with Andrew Garfield. That movie is going to resonate. That's in the zeitgeist. We've had enough. We've had enough of being taxed to death and regulated and controlled. So I think there's a tax revolt coming in California, and Star Trek is in the midst of it. Star Trek is in the midst.
I can't believe you think that government has never done anything better and made things, has improved things. This is why people call us a political podcast.
Well, it's just I see the writing on the wall, but let's, in a related story, look at this. LA filming levels tumble despite California giving out hundreds of millions of dollars in incentives. It's still not working. It's not working, Alan. Here, let me share the story here from the Hollywood Reporter. I know you've got notes for this. Here we go.
All right, here
Go
we go.
for it.
California's expanded film and TV credit program has yet to significantly revive production in Los Angeles. According to Film LA, shoot days fell nearly 13% year over year between April and June and dropped 8% from the previous quarter, leaving overall production from 36% below the 5-year average. Television production showed signs of improvement, with scripted TV shoot days increasing 34% from the previous quarter. However, television production remains 28% lower than the previous year, largely because reality shows, which are not eligible for tax credits, continue to decline. Film LA emphasized that attracting more scripted television is the key to restoring industry jobs. Feature film production had a tougher quarter, falling nearly 20% year over year, while commercial production dropped about 22%. A lot of math here. Despite the slowdown in Los Angeles as a whole, posted a positive trend. According to Prod Pro, statewide production spending increased $1.3 billion in Q2 2025, up 5% from last year, while the total number of productions across California increasing 11%, suggesting activity is growing elsewhere in the state, even as Los Angeles continues to struggle. Yeah, I like this. I like this one. TV shoot days have increased 34%, but still remains 28% lower than last year. I mean, talk about math.
Yeah, look, if the Paramount WB merger is not allowed to go forward, it's the end of the industry in Los Angeles. That's it. It is the end. And someone like Tom Cruise needs to step up and say, look, he needs to speak out against this. Somebody of significance. He's the guy. He's such a big supporter of the industry. He went to see the Odyssey and posted a video about it and loved it. And he is like a hype man for Hollywood. He's got to say something. Really, somebody needs to get to sober people up. Because if they don't, and this merger is not allowed to go through, and more people don't question the motives behind this, it really seems like intended to purposely hobble the industry. And moving to look, and I'll say this: if the industry is going to Nashville, that's where I may end up. Because what is the point anymore if it's not here? What are we doing? What are we even doing? Alan, what are your thoughts on this?
What are my thoughts? I mean, we've been saying this for a very long time. The problem with Hollywood is it's a hostile work environment. If you want to make a movie here, it's not going to be easy. It's going to cost you a lot of money, and you're going to be loaded with regulations. Yeah, you can get a tax credit, but that's all you're going to get is money, and that's just basically tax dollars paying off the people who you have to pay off in order to make a movie. And so, it's like opening a restaurant in Los Angeles or a restaurant in California. There's so much regulation and costs behind it that why would you ever want to open a restaurant? In fact, the guy running for governor, Javier Becerra, says he buys only street tacos. He'll bypass restaurants and only buy tacos from the guys selling it illegally on the street. I mean, that's how hostile California is to business. And look, let's say you can fix things temporarily. Let's say you increase the tax incentives and all that stuff. The problem is that's a short-term plan. Nothing else is changing. And in fact, the signs is just going to get more and more hostile. And so, yeah, you're going to get more money. Well, the government will give you more money, but it will be increasingly difficult year after year. So why? Why would you want to continue to do production in Los Angeles or California unless you could see something fundamentally change down the road? And there's nothing down the road that's changing.
Yeah, I'm not optimistic, but that's why I say someone of note like a Tom Cruise needs to say, we are in a crisis situation. We are on the cusp of being an industry that was thriving in one place that then just left that city in shambles. And everyone will suffer. Everyone will suffer. People who own restaurants are already suffering. Some of my favorite classic restaurants are closing their door. Musso and Frank's on Hollywood Boulevard. You know,
they're closing.
What's that?
Oh my God. They're closing? Is that?
No, they're in danger. And Rick Caruso has been talking like, come to, why? Because they're homeless encampments. You know, there was a guy running for mayor that promised to fix all that. And on top of it, you've got the infrastructure has not been maintained. The simple job of our elected officials to fix the roads, keep things running. That's it. That's all you need to do. Stop focusing on unnecessary things like the DEI and the this equity. That's all. That's you know they're that's all stuff that you're not keeping your eye on the ball. I don't care if the fire chief is a lesbian with they them pronouns. I don't give a shit. I care that they're good at their job, and that's why things are in shambles in LA and California as a whole, and something's got to be done.
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, if it doesn't change now, it's done. It's over. You're digging yourself in. The hole is so deep at this moment that if you dig any deeper, there's no getting out of it.
We've got some comments. I want to go to your comments for news. I have videos I want to show from Comic-Con, but our internet is so bad. I'm going to wait till Monday on Versus. We'll do a San Diego recap with some fun videos. But we're going to read your comments. Then I have a Gore rant and I have a review of Motor City, which I saw and opens today. So let's go through these comments, Alan. Let's go.
Yes, press M to start for 2. Hey, my dude. See y'all later today. Hey.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, we have a signing. Jim Watari, it's funny that I'm in my Comic-Con hotel watching Alan and Chris streaming from their Comic-Con hotel rooms. Yes.
That's great. And even better, maybe you're on the toilet watching this on your phone.
I hope so. I hope you're taking a massive dump. What's your views? A Christmas Carol is evergreen at this point. As long as new versions cast interesting actors, people will continue to go see it. Yeah.
I agree. Thanks, West Reviews.
Yeah. And you don't have to pay the estate anything. So you can just make those movies. Pilgrim Media for 2. I have zero patience for Hollywood actors now.
Agreed.
Jimmy Eats Movies, 30 jewels. Thank you.
We'll take the jewels.
Scott Jonesy for 2. Well over 2 years a member. Love you guys. No homo. Oh, you could be homo.
Oh, thanks. You know what? If you are a homo, Scott, it's cool.
Yeah. Lazy SQ, 440 jewels. Unclear.
I
don't know what that means. Jason Nelson for 2. Tax for any racist BS you dealt with for Odyssey review. No, I've been having fun.
I'm not.
It's been
Alan might get monetized.
I know. I need to do it.
I love it.
I needed a symposium on how to deal with online hate and trolls. Single Man Skits became a YouTube member. Thank you, Single Man Skits.
Oh, thanks.
I think you do skits. That's my Toddy for 2. That Shatner stage 4 cancer story, amazing lived.
Yeah, that's great. And it was weird. He wasn't so public about it, but now he is. And he's doing a podcast with his daughter.
Yeah. Nick Garopoulos, 67 jewels, 6'7".
Thank you. We're almost at 167,000 subs.
We're going to get there. Uncle Jimmy Jam, member for 15 months. No one wants to film near people doing drugs or taking dumps on the street. Love the show. Hail Film Threat. Have fun at the con.
Thank you, Uncle Jimmy Jam. Appreciate you.
I mean, Karen Bass is going to make it better? Or it's Nithya Raman?
No. Oh, Wait a sec.
For 2 months.
Wait a sec.
Hey.
Lawrence. Wow. Lawrence EA Tuck. For $49.99. We're watching from our hotel room on the Navy base down the street. Hope to see you guys during the con. Come to booth 1705. Come to booth 1705 after the panel today. We'll be at the booth at, I think, 2 p.m. I'm giving away. Can I show you the giveaway? I'm doing a Film Threat giveaway of Film Threat koozies, and I've got about 50 of these. The first 50 people to come to booth 1705, 2 p.m. today are getting Film Threat koozies. I use these myself if I want to drink somewhere, like a hotel bar, and I brought my own. I'll use this koozie. So it has a lot of uses. So Lawrence, come get a koozie or two. I've got one.
By the way, you just can't come by and get one. You got to take our autograph.
Yeah,
we're not Gavin Newsom here. Yeah. Phil Poole.
Thank you. Very generous.
Thanks for the video yesterday. I was surprised to see a few people I knew in passing.
Oh, it's funny. Well, by the way, the internet is so bad. I'm told that something's wrong with the internet at Comic-Con. We have planned a live stream today. We'll try to stream from the con again. If it doesn't work, Alan and I will film a video of us walking around the con, showing you different things, telling stories, talking to people we run into, and we'll do another video the way I did it yesterday, which is I just filmed a video at the con and uploaded it. We'll try to go live again, but I don't hold out no hope.
How's it getting progressively worse?
Yeah, it's getting bad.
Years ago, it was great. Last year was barely doable.
I don't know what's going on now. So a couple more, and we're going to go to do a review.
Okay, Cornelius Georges for 5. Hey, fellas, please try and see the short Pocket Change today. We'd love to hear your review. Showtime 9:30 p.m.
9:30 p.m. Short Pocket Change. It's part of the Comic-Con International Film Festival.
Okay.
It's the Comic-Con International Independent Film Festival, which, believe it or not, I helped start. That I know some of the staff at Comic-Con. They asked me to help promote it and get filmmakers to. Now I'm not really a part of it. It's taken on a life of its own. But in the early stages, I helped create it. I brought filmmakers down. I did panels for a mini film festival as part of the film festival. I still have at home the award that Comic-Con gave me 2 years in a row. They gave me an award for. I was like, I'm just doing this because I want to support. And congrats on the filmmakers behind Pocket Change. Thank you.
All right, The White Snake for 5. Chris, did you see Johnny Depp promoting his Ebenezer movie? Chris,
I saw him twice. I saw him once in the gas lamp, and I was just trying to get by, and everyone's holding their phones. So I was crammed in trying to get through. Then I saw him in Hall H during the panel. So yes, I did see him. We talked about it earlier in the show. Some few non-soups, and then we'll get to our final stories.
Red Pill Rant. They do mention Raccoon City in this, though.
They do, but it's not connected to any particular Resident Evil game.
The stud comic being called Resident Evil is going to hurt this movie.
Yes, I agree. If he just made a film that was a terrifying zombie infected movie, that'd be fine. But yeah, it's actually going to hurt because the previous movies were just not well liked.
Razorburn, I love Looney. Yes, Razorburn, I love Looney Tunes. Wile E. Coyote, genius.
Yes.
Yeah. Over on Rumble, One Punch Fan, sing it, Alan. Hashtag Save Stargate. Save Stargate. One Punch Fan also says for 3, it's been decades since I saw Looney Tunes. This trailer brings me back to my childhood. Going to see it first day.
I plan to see it with an audience.
Yeah. One Punch Fan again for 3. I wanted to apologize Wednesday for the lisp joke, Chris. I had no idea that alcohol could do that to you.
No, it's here's the thing. What do you mean alcohol? What are you talking about? I don't have a lisp. I have trouble pronouncing certain words and slurring post my stroke. So I had a minor stroke like 3 years ago, and I took off. Alan was so great. He's one of the few people that came to visit me in the hospital and offered to drive me home. And Alan basically hosted the show for a month. And I actually went to a speech therapist, and they said, your speech is not bad enough to have therapy. So on occasion, if I am fatigued, I will slur words. If I'm very excited, I slur words. So yeah, it's not, I wasn't drunk. I was just, I was tired.
But I'm not good. But yeah, say prostitute.
What?
Say prostitute. That was our word check to see how you're doing.
Yeah, prostitute. I can't really pronounce it, but I really don't have reason to say that word, so I'm all good. That's funny. You remember that? Okay, a few more, and then we got more stuff.
Winsome hacks. The year is 1983, but the calendar lies. A secret military project called Pong, Project Oscillation Neutralizer Grid, has been running in an underground bunker since the 60s.
This is brilliant. This is brilliant. That's a pitch.
Right.
That's a pitch. And the dot escapes. Everyone tries to get the dot.
Right. But the dot is misunderstood.
By the way, we did a joke about this in Film Threat, the print magazine, in the 90s. We did a parody story where we announced Pong the movie and had a whole elaborate sci-fi plot to it. That is in an issue of Film Threat from the 90s.
All right. So yeah, here we go. Continuing on. Two massive electromagnetic paddles miles apart, firing a contained ball of pure exotic matter back and forth with an endless loop of to stabilize a rift in reality. Miss once and the world cracks.
I love it. You should be working in Hollywood. You should be working in Hollywood.
Or in Nashville.
Hey, the Odyssey is all in the news. Its wild success was predicted by a lot of people, but I have something to say. A freaking IKEA chair. Let's go. The Odyssey is a huge hit. The Odyssey, I predict, will be #1 at the box office the second weekend in a row with a good hold. It's doing well at the box office. And everyone seems to love it. But the situation is somewhat familiar to me. Let me tell a little story. The play Hamilton is a big hit on Broadway. It was huge. And when Hamilton came to Los Angeles, the Broadway production of Hamilton came to LA at the Pantages Theater. The hype was off the charts. Tickets were impossible to get. It was sold out for months and months in advance before Hamilton came to town. And a whole group of my friends went to see it. And we all watched this play, Hamilton. And I remember seeing it thinking, well, this is very good, but it reminds me of Schoolhouse Rock. You remember Schoolhouse Rock? It's an extended hip-hop rap version of Schoolhouse Rock with race-swapped historical figures. And I remember at the time thinking, well, that was okay. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was just okay. And everyone else that I spoke to about Hamilton said they loved it. It was the greatest thing ever. Oh my God, Hamilton. Hamilton was so great. I'm sitting there going, is it though? Is it though? You sure about that? You sure about that? Because I believe people were too afraid to say that Hamilton was just okay. Hamilton was fine. Hamilton was not the life-changing greatest musical of all time. And I know this because every single friend who praised and overpraised and gushed and glazed Hamilton, I asked them, what's your favorite part? What's your favorite song? Give it to me. What do you think? Not a single person could name their favorite song or character. And so I believe the Odyssey is being treated the exact same way. The Odyssey is being treated completely the same way. People are afraid to not love it or overpraise it. And those are my thoughts. The Odyssey is suffering from the Hamilton effect. People in fear that they can't criticize it at all or say nearly a bad word. A freaking IKEA chair. I don't know where Alan is. Alan, you okay? I think we lost Alan. That's all right, Alan. You can drop off because I'm going to review a movie. Oh, Alan, you're back. You good? Mute your audio is all messed up. Mute your audio. Mute your audio. Now he's gone. Okay. Alan, you don't need to be here. I'll end the show. I'm going to review Motor City. So if Alan comes back, all right, let's just start this. Don't worry about Alan. Lori, if you just tell Alan, don't come back. I'm gonna handle it. Okay, now he's back. This is good. This is great. This is why you watch live. Alan, just your audio's messed up.
Yeah,
Let me tell you about. Are we gonna deal with your tech problems, or I'm gonna?
Is my audio bad?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Ah, damn it.
Are you on an iPad?
Yes, I am. Because that's all I have. I go on my iPhone. Here, let me go back out and I'll come back in.
Okay, let's do that. While you're doing that, Alan, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna share screen here with this. This is the worst internet. A bat-wielding Chris Nolan confronts man using bathroom during the Odyssey. This might be The Onion, but I went to the bathroom. I saw the Odyssey twice, but I planned it out. I went to the bathroom at 2 separate times during the Odyssey, and I can confirm when I saw the movie a second time, and I saw, well, I've seen this part. I can safely go to the bathroom now. So I did that. I didn't miss anything about the Odyssey. So.
How's my audio now?
It's great.
Any better?
It's great. All right. I don't really need you. We have one last thing to do on the show today, Alan.
Okay.
That's for me to review Motor City. Let's talk about it. Motor City is playing in theaters today. Stars Alan Richardson as a character named John Miller. Shailene Woodley as Sophia. Amber Heard is in the film. Really didn't notice her all that much. And Ben Foster. It's set in 1977 in Detroit. John Miller's just a working man, and he falls for the local gangster's babe, his honey. And they have a torrid affair, and he frames John for a crime he didn't commit, and he goes to prison for 25 years. And John, as you know, Alan Richardson plays this guy, John, really buff, is in prison planning his revenge. He's going to get out of prison, and he's going to get revenge on the guy who stole his girl. This movie is so unique. You need to know this going in. There's less than 10 lines of dialogue in the entire film. This movie captures an era where people were cool. And by cool, I mean it was the way they looked, the way they walked, the way they smoked, the way they entered a room, from the clothing to the culture, everything about this movie. Shailene Woodley is sexy. Yes, there's some nudity in this. I know you won't complain, Alan. Effectively, this film is a feature-length music video playing songs from the era. I mean, the music budget for this thing must have been out of control. Classic 70s tunes that you don't normally hear. Such a well-curated list. And the whole story is told wordless. I mean, it captures your attention. I was riveted by this film. There's an action scene in an elevator, a wordless action scene with knives and guns that is insane. A close quarters fight where Alan Ritchson, as the character John Miller, fights for his life. He's on a journey of revenge to take out the guy that sent him to prison and stole the girl of his dreams, the girl he proposed to, the girl he wanted to make his wife. This is like a graphic novel comic book with very few cartoon balloons. You got to know, because I know some people that have seen this movie that either love it or hate it. They're waiting to hear all the... What's funny about watching this movie, it just made me realize how little dialogue really matters in some movies. It's like, really, it's kind of like you kind of know what they're going to say. It's, yeah, I've heard that before, seen that before. I've never seen an entire movie told this way where there's, like I said, 10 words of dialogue in the whole film. It's on an epic scale. And the ending will blow your mind. So, and if you're not really down with it, you're like, when do they start talking? When does the movie start? It's just a one long music video, all set in an era of 70s Detroit. I loved it. Go see it. It's not for everyone, but it's hyper violent and also something you don't see in a movie every day. Hyper sexy. Shailene Woodley, off the charts sexy. She acts, first of all, wears high heels, wears sexy outfits. You don't see women like this in movies anymore. In an era where we're desexualizing women, desexualizing or de-romanticizing films. I mean, the way they kiss in the movie is sexy. So I, for one, loved it. Motor City, see it in a theater because the experience, especially with a theater with really good sound, because that soundtrack is a banger. Loved it. Don't miss it. The director is Pazzi Panzeroli, must be Italian, and this is a limited release indie. Alan Ritchson is actually a producer on the film, but Ben Foster is so evil. He is this gangster. He is just pure evil. What he does to Alan Ritchson's character, what he does to his own girl is horrifying. I loved it. Alan, can't recommend it enough.
Oh, wow. Okay, you just sold me on this movie.
You got to see it.
I mean, I say it all the time, but film is more than dialogue. You know, it's the actor's performance, unsaid performance. It's also the way you use the camera, how you move the camera, the shot composition.
Yep.
That's a part of movie making. And I have seen my fair share of indie films and regular films, mainstream films, that just felt like the dialogue is the most important thing about this movie. And they wind up being the most boring and the most difficult to follow when you just place so much reliance on the words. So yeah, I can't wait to see this movie.
And we're going to go to your comments as we wrap up. Want to let you know today at 12:30 in 12:30. Yeah, 2.5 hours. Our panel with myself, Alan will be there. We're doing a panel. We will film the panel to post on our channel sometime this weekend. It'll be posted. Lori's going to do a really cool thumbnail, which based on a photo I haven't taken yet of the panel, but that's okay. And we'll also be doing lots of Comic-Con news on Monday for Versus. We'll post some live from the it will either be live or we're just doing videos, but we will do that. So keep an eye on the channel and please sub if you have not. Subscribe to Film Threat.
All right, 200 Watt Studios for 5. Chris, I had Bell's palsy last year, and I notice now that if I'm too tired, my speech slurs as well.
Yeah, so if I get fatigued, my speech will slur. It's really tired and if I drink too much, but it's mostly fatigue. But yes, and I'm sorry about that, Bell's palsy. But I've learned coping, and a lot of times if I get too excited, I'll try to say a word and I miss it out. But luckily I have all of my faculties. I'm good. Others have not been so lucky. So I appreciate the sympathies in the super chat.
Good excuse for saying the N-word, Chris. All right. Scott Jonesy for 2. DM'd you on X, my Odyssey thoughts too long for here.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it.
200 Watt Studios for 2. So you're saying it was Schoolhouse Race Swap?
Yeah, effectively. I think Hamilton's way overrated. I saw the play once and I didn't know what the hype was. And that's how I feel about the Odyssey. I'm sorry. I'm in the camp of...
I'm in the camp of I liked Hamilton.
Okay.
Sons of Shadows cast. Remember for 35 months. Say hashtag Save Stargate. Have fun at San Diego Comic-Con. There is a panel for hashtag Save Stargate.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Logan Mistiak for 5. I saw the Odyssey a couple times. Each time nobody clapped and people chuckled when Ellen Page and Lupita showed up. Not kidding.
Again, people are afraid to say what they really think. That's my theory.
Yeah, but I think you need to pay 3 more times to see that movie to finally get how you really feel about the film.
Right.
Kung Fu Hot Dog, remember for 24 months. Motor City had better needle drops than James Gunn.
Yes, it did. I'm glad other people saw it. It was the mystery movie Monday, so that's how I saw it. I loved it. I was I'm sitting here thinking, when are they going to talk? And when I realized 20 minutes in, they're never going to talk, I loved it. There are a few lines or things heard, but it's amazing. The film's great. Someone says Razorburn. So basically, not really. Sisu had more dialogue, a lot more actually.
Yeah, but okay. 44 Magnum Norse for 10. I love great dialogue. It can make up for holes in the plot. Ask Quentin Tarantino about that statement. Some are good at it, and a lot of people are not good at it.
Yeah, but this movie, it's like a graphic novel. It's so good. And that's going to wrap it up for us today. Thanks to our mods, Lord Thoth, MK Solid, ADL is 24, Ololique on Rumble. Thank you to Atomic Lori, really taking care of us today. One last minute came in here. Richard Craig, 412 for 199. Isn't there a Star Trek panel with RMB? How to find? He's doing a panel called Starship Smackdown on Sunday at 3:30, I believe. Look for it. I'll be there at that panel. I'll be at that panel and I'll film some of it. So that's going to wrap it up for us. Alan, I will meet you at the con.
Yep.
I'm meeting Joseph Con in front of the con at 11:45. So I got to eat, shower, and get over there.
Mm-hmm.
Will I see you there?
Yeah. I mean, we have I believe it's the Ice Cream Man event or some event.
Oh, I'll see you at the ice cream. I got to be there in an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta
That's
do that
it.
too.
We'll do that. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate the soups. Appreciate the support, kind words. We'll be back Monday with Versus, but we'll be posting all weekend stuff from Comic-Con. Hope you enjoy it. We'll have our wrap up for Comic-Con. And we're doing a live out of the Hall H reaction to the Marvel panel. We're coming out of Hall H. We'll find internet, and Alan and I will give you our thoughts with probably a bunch of people standing around. It's going to be a mess, but we'll do the best we can. One last one came in here. Drink just enough, Chris says. 4-4 Magnum Norris. Yeah, I had a couple drinks last night, but didn't overdo it.
Yeah, you guys walked, so yeah.
We walked very close. It was fun, but thank you, everyone. I will see you on the streets of San Diego. Alan,
let's get out of here.